So in my XLRI interview, the interview started with the question that you look like a kid, you are very naive and you won't be able to handle the corporate situation. I was kind of taken aback for a moment that okay, I go and this is like the first question, but mock interviews prepare you for that. You have to be confident and at the end you have to defend yourself. Hello everyone, I am Nupur Vyas. I scored 99.29 percentile in CAT and 99.71 percentile in SAT. Currently, I am pursuing MBA from IIM Calcutta. I am a computer science engineer and I have 18 months of work experience at Accenture and a 6 months work experience at ZS Associates. While working at ZS Associates, I realized that I really want to pursue MBA because at that time I was like working with the product manager and I realized that that's something I want to do because the work was very interesting. And hence I decided to go full on for CAT. This was my second attempt. In my first attempt, I had 92.31 percentile. For interview prep, many people say that nothing is necessary, but it's always good to be prepared for anything because interviews are something you can't judge, you can't foresee what the interviewer might ask or something like that, and hence it's always good to be prepared. Coming to my interview preparation, I would say that having a group of friends really helps. I met two of my friends who were also preparing for interviews, and we used to take one current affairs topic daily and we all used to prepare on that, and then we used to meet over a Zoom call every night and then discuss it thoroughly. Why I'm focusing on current affairs? Because in many interviews they ask about current affairs and general knowledge. Like in my IIM Kozhikode interview, I was asked about current affairs, and even in my IIM Bangalore interview. Now coming to the second thing you should be prepared for, you should prepare about your bachelor's or master's education, whatever you have done, because it shows that you are academically inclined and at the same time you take things seriously. It might happen that people with work ex or you might not remember a few concepts per se, so hence it's always good to go back and revise them. I did the same. I also revised a few concepts and I used to do this with a group of friends. The third thing I would say is prepare your personals and HR questions very well. What the interview needs, like judges from HR questions, is like how much clarity you have. But clarity is very important here. So they might cross question you on everything. So what I used to do for HR questions was I used to form my own answers and then I used to cross question myself. HR questions were a major part of XLRI HRM interview, and apart from that, HR questions were asked in almost every interview. Like what are your interests, hobbies, and like how do you tackle some difficult situations. Now coming to the next part, I would say it's good to know mathematics, basic mathematics. You don't need to study basic mathematics because we already know, but it's good to study statistics. Statistics is very important and it's something that is not covered in the CAT syllabus. So hence it's good to revise probability distribution and the basics of statistics. I was asked about statistics in my IIM Lucknow interview and even in my IIM Calcutta interview. On similar notes, it's good to know the basic puzzles. If you are weak with solving puzzles and all, try solving a few very conventional and also unconventional puzzles, because puzzles are also asked. In my IIM Indore interview, I was asked about a lot of puzzles. Now coming to the fifth point, I would say know your city and state well wherever you have lived, because it does not reflect good if you have stayed at some place for a few years but you don't know anything. In my IIM Bangalore interview, one of the professors only asked about my city. More than it being subjective, it was very about facts and figures about the city. Now coming to the sixth point, if you have work experience, it's good to know about your company and your work ex fully, and also about the technology that you have worked and innovations or whatever is trending around this. Adding on to this point, please read about the recent happenings related to your course of study. Like I was computer science engineer, so I had to know about whatever the recent happenings were, maybe meta or blockchain or anything. So it's good to know about that because it shows that you are following the news and also shows on a lot of good aspects about yourself. Coming to a major point, take a lot of mock interviews, be it with friends, family, or maybe mentors or anything. So in my XLRI interview, the interview started with the question that you look like a kid, you are very naive and you won't be able to handle the corporate situation. I was kind of taken aback for a moment that okay, I go and this is like the first question, but mock interviews prepare you for that. You have to be confident, and at the end you have to defend yourself. And at the end I would say just be yourself and have that clarity of thought. And also if you're passionate about anything, let that passion come out, because professors like that. Do not hold yourself back from saying that. Go upfront and tell them like, I liked the Beatles, so I told my the interviewers that okay, I like the Beatles and all, and some of the conversations happened around that and it was very interesting. So that's it, and yeah, all the best.